Hi y'all, today I'm going to be making something called Indian butter chicken. So let's take a look at the ingredients. Here are the ingredients that you're going to need to make Indian butter chicken. Okay, the first thing you're going to need is basmati rice, and you're going to need to prepare it according to package instructions. What I did here was I washed the rice first, or rinsed it in a strainer, and then I put it in some warm water and put it through the strainer again, because you want your rice to be very well rinsed. Okay, and then I added a cup of basmati rice to the pan, and then 1 1/2 cups of water and just a pinch of salt. Now I brought this to a boil, and then I put the eye on warm or low, and I put a lid on the pot and let it simmer for 15 minutes. As you can see, there's still just a little too much water in there, because I'm really not sure why, but you can strain that off. You can just run it through a strainer and then just put the rice back in a dish. Okay, the recipe actually called for 1 1/2 cups of water, and I used 2 for some reason, so that's why there's a little extra water in there. Okay, you're going to need a seasoning packet, and to get this you're going to have to probably go to the Indian grocer. This is going to be about $3 or $4, something like that, but it's going to have all the spices that you need already in this packet. You can buy the spices individually and make your butter chicken that way, but this is just a lot easier. Okay, you're also going to need about a pound of chicken, all diced up. You can use thighs, you can use tenderloins, breast, it doesn't matter. Here I've used tenderloins just for the heck of it. Okay, and you're also going to need some chopped cilantro for garnish, some heavy whipping cream, that's going to also be a garnish. Okay, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of butter in a pan, and just maybe a teaspoon of oil along with it. The recipe calls for butter only, but I like to add a little oil to my butter. That helps me ensure that my meats and whatever I'm frying isn't going to stick. That is up to you. You can just go with just the butter, or you can add a little bit of oil like I do. You're going to need something called naan bread. Okay, and I'll get the plain. Okay, that's just me. Alright, and this is to be served on the side along with the rice. And so I'm going to start to cook the chicken now. That will be the first step. While the chicken is cooking, I decided to go ahead and mix 1 cup of water with the seasoning packet that came in the package that I showed you, which was the seasoning blend. Okay, while the chicken is cooking, I'll take a moment to tell you what is in the seasoning mix. Looks like onion powder, cottonseed oil, let's see here, it looks like skim milk powder, sugar, salt, tomato powder, cashew nut, garlic, ginger, cumin, chili, turmeric, coriander, cassia, which is like cinnamon, black pepper, cardamom, and fennel and bay leaf. Okay, now that the chicken is finished cooking, I turn the eye off to stop the cooking process. Okay, and then I'm going to add the seasoning. After I added the seasoning packet, I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then once it starts to boil, which it's starting to boil now, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream and 2 tablespoons of butter. I've added the heavy whipping cream and the butter, which I'm going to stir all into the mixture. Okay, I have added the butter and the heavy whipping cream, as I said earlier, and this is what the finished product looks like. I decided to make an adjustment to the recipe. I want it a little bit more buttery, a little bit more creamy, so I added 2 more tablespoons of butter and 4 more tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. I'm going to bring this up to a boil and then stop the cooking process again. Now that I've used the extra butter and extra cream that the recipe didn't call for and brought this to a boil, the taste is now more to my liking, and I'm excited to try it. And actually I've had this before, but I'm excited to dig in, so here we go. Okay, now I have put some buttered chicken on the plate. I drizzled a little bit of heavy whipping cream on top and garnished it with cilantro. And this is a half a cup of basmati rice. Now I'm going to heat some naan bread. You'll find this also at the Indian grocer. I just use the plain kind. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this pan. I'm going to turn it on high, and then I'm just going to place the bread in it and just heat it for a few seconds on each side. And it's nice and hot, and I've put a piece of naan bread in there, and I'm warming it on one side, and then just for a few seconds. And then I'm going to turn it over and warm it on the other side. And you could use a tortilla warmer if you wanted to keep these fresh and warm if you were going to be serving several at a time. There you go. You might want to put just a tiny bit of oil in there, which I didn't do. And so there we go. We have our buttered chicken and our rice and our naan bread, and we're all ready to eat. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you try the recipe, and have a great day.